So 11 months within a 12-month year. So it's terrible for my development and the double blow of missing out on an international tournament. So again, I'm just repeating myself with my profile. Just need to get away from Madrid. Things will come to a head this time next year if I haven't left in this window, and just play for a team where I can hopefully my next move just guaranteed first team games. I can always move later in my career at 28 to a big team again, but I need 3 or 4 years at just solid football now, with my aim to play in the World Cup. But I don't have many appearances considering I started at the same time as Connor. Injuries have hampered me. Alright, so we'll move on. See if Dan's at Newcastle and we can get a look-see on... You'd expect him to stay, but he did want to leave, didn't he? He was very vocal about leaving. But he's back with the under-21s, considering he was in the senior setup. Did have 2 appearances. See when they came. But Dan hasn't proved a little, I think, here. I think he has. I think that's come up a fair bit. But again, he expected to start every game, even in the Championship. They've won the league again. So he's had a fair amount of games in the last 3 years. It was a good move going to Newcastle because low Prem and then winning the Championship back-to-back, or the 2 years they were there. And he's got some goals, he's got some assists. So Dan's just your solid Prem player. Very good. He'd be happy with that. Dan's an interesting one for his future career because he already mentioned something about going into coaching or scouting. So that's good. He's 4 stars. So he's the best out of me and John at this just moment in time. I'll compare with John because they're the best too. It's close. See, John I thought was going to be beasting him, but Novak's actually a lot better physically. So that's what's separating him apart. All these game time he's getting, you're just bulking him up, building him up. So that's a huge advantage. Considering John had fitness as one of his perks, you'd expect him to be physically better. Both have work rate though. But Dan's determination, both would have started at 10. Makes him want it more. So interesting, the contracts both got a long time to run. So we're interested to track those two. Dan, probably as a youth, was the 3rd highest rated, but he's now consolidated himself as probably the number 1. But I still think John, if he just got games at a better team, would be the better one. Look at his injuries. Obviously, he doesn't have too many injuries. Well, having said that, 2 months out, he's played a lot of games. So he's just a guaranteed starter, probably their captain. I don't know where it says. No. It might be in his little biography or something like that. I could have checked his international stuff as well. Dr. Reflex still at City. Has he improved? Not really. How many games has he played? 6. So there is incremental improvement since his first year. Hopefully that will get to 12. And like as a goalkeeper, you're not going to be breaking onto the scene until later in your career, and he could easily well play into his 30s. So even though it's 5 years later than the rest of the guys starting their development, he'll have longer to go. We know City haven't done much. So there's not a lot to say. We'll compare him with the concentration aspect. Yeah, the goalkeepers is a bit boring. Just you need to see them in like 5-year increments to really make it worthwhile. So Hart's still there. But I just wonder with the average rating, but goalkeepers it's hard, especially if you're at a big team. You don't really do much. You just concede stuff that you can't stop anyway. Okay, we'll go just compare him to concentration prep. He's valued more. Just looks a little better on the eye, but still have more hope for Dr. Chris or Reflex Chris. So again, playing more. So he keeps playing like this, so he will get past Reflex prep. He will get better than them eventually, just because of the game time. No, neither of them have played. I'm surprised. At 24, I expected Reflex Pratt to be England's number one. All right, so we'll look at the international scene, see how England are getting on, and Ireland in their qualification. See Aiden's red card, maybe. We'll go to their schedule. So it's this game, just the most recent game you made your. Well, it was against Holland, but it's them to start you in midfield. But I can't see any red card there. I'm not sure what that booking suspension was all about. So no, Aiden, you didn't get sent off on your debut. Not to worry. Well, sorry for the scare. But Custance got the winning goal, did he? No, they lost 3-2. Recognise these guys from playing against Ireland in the Euros. Oop. So we'll check how the groups are getting on. Group 9. I just always seem to see Group 9. Well, Ireland are top of theirs. That's good. But it's only early doors. It's just only got a year left to finish qualification. It's hardly any time. Am I doing the math right? But England have yet to even play. They've got to play all their games. All 8 games in the space of one calendar year. So I think it's just a quirk in the game. It's not true to life. But looking at England's group, a couple of gimmies there, and Ukraine will be tricky, especially if they've got a golden reserve 8 already. And Ireland in a tougher group. Yeah, we've got a lot of middle-ranking teams. Sweden are going to be good. Northern Ireland are going to be good just because it's a British database. Okay, so did Al make his debut in this game as well? Yeah, so it's very much a friendly, just giving a run out to Aiden, Al. Not sure who else. No one was in the squad that we can see, that we know of. But growing up with Patrick Roberts, who come up through the ranks together. Okay, we'll go to Ireland now. I will check on Greece as well, just see what their group was. I didn't see them actually. So just 2 games in, as we already know, and we beat Northern Ireland away. Robbie Brady, Bamford, Kane, Gal played, John. Can't see McShane still in these competitive games. There he is at last. Kane and Long, so that must be getting on a bit now in the game, especially Long. Gal, man of the match though. Booking, Shane Duffy ahead of Connor. I can't. Coleman's still about, so yeah, he's only going to be 30. But I don't see Beasley playing in these games. I think he had an injury though, didn't he? Oh, so Gal's out for the Armenia game in 2 weeks with a broken toe. Armenia could be a tricky game away. By no means guaranteed to win the group. We have to win to get through. Let's just see how good Armenia are in terms of the group. See, they've already beaten Hungary away, but they've lost to Northern Ireland at home, so that's good. Shows that we should be beating them. Right, let's check out Greece. As we know. So it's not a good start for Greece. Who did they lose to? 1-0. Denmark away. Did Nick play? No. So not in their starting team anyway. So we know Liverpool won the league. United second, Chelsea third, Arsenal fourth, City all the way down 8. So Connor really is up for reflex. You want to be playing for that type of team anyway if you moved. So Derby are solid. Prem, Watford, Charlton, Bristol City relegated. Still got most of the names you know. And that's a lot for this part series. I hope you've enjoyed the updates, and we'll now, next time we'll see is we'll go a year into the future again, see how we've progressed, and then hopefully do a World Cup segment.